Hi Aquarius, this is a general reading for the week of the 1st to the 7th of August 2016. I'm only using the major arcana because it's about the universal energies that are coming in for you. It's not about what path you should take on it. Basically, it's just to give you an insight on what you know is coming. So for Monday, you have Temperance card and the Tower upright. So the Tower speaks of some information that's coming into you that's going to be a surprise or a shock. um, it talks about an unexpected source of information, um, but it also talks about something that needs to happen or something that you need to know about. When it comes in, it causes a wee bit of chaos or destruction. Um, but I feel as if that's easily cleared away to make grounds for new foundations to be made. With the Temperance card, that's telling me that for some of you out there, you are quite balanced. Your mind, body, and soul are at a good place. So when this information comes in, you'll be able to deal with it without a problem. Um, and I think you'll turn that into a success for you. Sometimes it's the universe giving us a wee kick up the backside that they've already hinted that something's got to change and we don't take on the hint. So they send in the Tower to change it, regardless of whether we really wanted to or not. But as I say, with the Temperance card, it tells me that you're coming from a place of half cup, cup half full and not cup half empty. So you're coming from a place where you don't feel lack, which is sending out good vibrations, which means you'll get good vibrations back again. So I feel when the Tower hits, you will have a successful conclusion to whatever it is that happens in your situation. On Tuesday, you have the Magician in reverse and the Fool upright. So the Fool upright talks about taking a risk, um, taking a leap of faith. It talks about sometimes making a decision without having good judgment, um, depending on timing. The Magician reversed talks about weaknesses, indecisions, long delays, difficult tasks ahead, but the Magician's a one. So it also talks about new beginnings and the start of something. So if you're on the verge of starting some sort of project or some sort of business, um, you know, basically this is telling me don't be the fool, don't be back to where you're not using your wisdom and understanding, don't have poor judgment in your decision making. Um, and I think with the Magician, there will be long delays and some difficult tasks ahead. But with this information coming into you, then you're pre-warned about it. So therefore, you're ready for this to happen. On Wednesday, you have the Lovers upright and the Hangman upright. So the Lovers upright talks about long-term contracts, marriages, business partners, trust, harmonious relationships, shared responsibilities, affection. It also talks about there could be a decision to be made. There could be a three-way relationship where someone's got to decide between two people. Um, the Hangman talks about self-sacrifice, um, hesitation in making decisions. So for some of you that could be in this position of a three-way relationship, the Hangman's telling me that there is a decision to be made and you're hesitating. You don't want to make that decision, but it's time for you to do that. And sometimes that makes you be in a position where you have to make some self-sacrifices. But even with a partnership that isn't a romantic partnership, sometimes you have to self-sacrifice to get these things working properly. So I feel as if there's any deceptions going on with the Lovers card, be it in business or in personal relationships, the Hangman's coming out to say, you need to sacrifice something to make a decision. Because this can cause a reversal in fortune, and fortune doesn't necessarily need to mean money. It just means that there'll be a reversal happen to you if you don't make the correct decision. So if you're in a three-way relationship, somebody's going to get hurt basically. If you're being deceptive in a partnership, there is somebody going to get hurt. So you need to think long and hard about your decisions before you make them. Even if it means self-sacrifice in some aspects of your life, these decisions need to be made. Thursday, you have the Sun card upright and the Judgment in reverse. So the Sun card comes in, it's success, it's happiness, it's successful marriages, successful businesses, partnerships. It's a good omen, it's happy reunions, it can mean reconciliations. It talks about, like going to social events, barbecues, cookouts, family reunions, all that kind of thing. Happy outcomes to all that. Also talks about a good foundation and structure. With it, you have the Judgment in reverse. So this is saying, usually I see the Judgment card as a second chance. This is saying that, basically the second chance isn't coming for you. So, make it work. If you're in this situation where you have all this happiness, don't take any risks with it. Don't risk your partnerships or your marriages. Make good decisions, keep the happiness going, stay in the good vibrations. With the Judgment card in reverse, I would say guard your possessions. There could be a loss or a theft, somewhere for somebody. And if there's any health issues, get them checked out, because this can bring in the warning of being careful with your health. There's also a child in the Sun card, so I would say, keep an eye on your children's health or a child's health. If there's anything you're in doubt about, get an appointment with a professional. For Friday, you have got the Empress upright and the Hermit upright. So this is two nice cards together. The Empress is like Mother Nature. She is kind, nurturing, loving, caring. She's a sign of fertility. So for some of you, you could hear of a birth or a pregnancy. There could be a marriage to somebody who's bringing children into the relationship. She also brings material good fortune to you. With the Hermit card, the Hermit speaks about taking some time out. He's wise. He's got a lot of knowledge. He's done a lot of travelling and he's gained a lot of insights. There could be a possible journey for some of you. There's new friendships coming in that would be beneficial. And if it is you that is pregnant, just take time to nurture yourself, take a time out, get back to nature and be good to yourself. I think with the chance of a marriage that's bringing children into a relationship, the Hermit's asking you to be patient. That's going to take a lot of patience, a lot of kindness and a lot of understanding for this new family to bond together. On Saturday, you have got the Strength card with the Moon in reverse. So there may be somebody about you that's there may be somebody about you that is needing your strength, needing the Strength card signifies somebody who's loving and kind and peaceful and gentle. Has patience, they can overcome obstacles, they've got good willpower, and I feel on Saturday there might be somebody like in your life that needs you to have these qualities. With the Moon card, I feel as if it could be you yourself that needs somebody to come in with these qualities, but I feel for a lot of you that it will be you helping someone else and you'll bring them peace of mind. I feel you're going to bring practical thinking to them. You're going to look at their problem and you're going to, make it you're going to give them a new outlook, a new way to think about the problem and give them a plan of how to put stuff into action. Sunday, you have the Devil upright and you have the Chariot in reverse. So the devil speaks of temptations, it speaks of addictions or obsessions. So this could be you, or this could be somebody in your vicinity that's being tempted by evil. Possibly an illness could be brought on by whatever they're addicted to. This could be alcohol, cigarettes, um, drugs, substances, sex. It could be shopping. It could be eating. All these things that tempt us. Um, but I feel as if for somebody there could be an illness brought about by the temptation that they're involved in. It's also not a wise time to make a decision on a marriage when the devil card shows up. So if somebody's proposed to you, take a time to think about it. Don't jump in. The chariot in reverse talks about unhappiness in the home, but if the devil card is shown up in any way, shape, or form, this will cause unhappiness and instability. Also, with the devil card, the chariot and the devil speak together about the loss of a job or a business. Which could again be brought on by the temptation of whatever the addiction is. So just be mindful. If it's not you, then it could be somebody in your vicinity. This is an energy that's coming in for you. I'll pull a wee angel card just to see what the messages are for your angels for this week. Okay. So you have got brilliant idea, Archangel Uriel. Yes, your idea is divinely guided. Please take action to bring your idea to fruition. So if any of you are thinking about a project or a plan, if you've got plans in place but you just haven't actioned them yet, then this card is telling you this is a really good time to do that. And it's basically a yes card. So whatever it is you're thinking about could be taking a relationship further, it could be taking a business further. Whatever your idea is, it's saying it's divinely guided. I'll just read what it says in the book about this card. So it says your idea is an answered prayer. Even though it may push you past your comfort zone, know that God doesn't give you anything you can't handle. Ask for and be willing to receive all of the support that you need to bring the idea to fruition. Know that I'll be there all along the way and you can ask me for help at any time. I'm especially glad to give you ideas and creative insights to support your life's purpose. So basically, the angels are saying to you, pray to us. We can't just come and help you. You need to ask us for help. So if you pray to your angels, your guides, universe, source, God, whatever it is you pray to, it could be ancestors. You're inviting that energy in to come and help you. And always think for the positive of what you want and don't think of what you don't want to bring that good energy excuse me, into you. So I hope that the messages have helped somebody out there. And if you like the reading, you could give me a wee thumbs up or a wee comment just so I know whether to continue with this. It was just a wee idea I came up with. It could be either weekly or bi-weekly. So let me know if you like this. And I'll leave it there for today. Sending you blessings, love and light. Talk to you again. Bye.